Hello and welcome back to DR Sports for another DR Transfers. Hope you're well, hope you're enjoying the videos that we've been putting out for you so far in the transfer window. Congratulations to you, right? You're asking why? You guys made us get to 300,000 subscribers yesterday. So a round of applause to you. Yep, in the production office as well. We love to see it. Thank you very much. Remember to carry on that and like this video, comment, and of course subscribe if you have not already, because you're missing out, quite frankly, if you have not. Right, let's talk about the main stories today. Gvardiol to Manchester City. Now, we saw this player really excel at the World Cup for Croatia. RB Leipzig defender is very, very much a wanted player in terms of making that move to the Premier League. The talks have been ongoing now between many different clubs, but it looks like Manchester City are the closest at the minute to go in for him. We've heard of Liverpool being interested in him as well, but progressing well are the talks between Gvardiol and Manchester City. Now, again, this is a player that is going to cost a lot of money, and Manchester City, with their transfer kitty that they've accumulated from winning the FA Cup, Premier League and Champions League, they are going to have some money to invest in the market. Let's get a little bit more on this deal. Fabrizio Romano revealed yesterday on Twitter that it looks like Gvardiol is going to go to Man City. He says, "We understand Man City are advancing on Josko Gvardiol deal on player side. Negotiations on personal terms are progressing well, same as Kovacic." So that's a little bit of an update for you on the Kovacic situation. However, you can progress well on the personal terms with the player, that's fine. However, Leipzig will only sell him for a huge fee, a ridiculous fee. We are talking here around about £100 million for Gvardiol, and they would be happy to keep him for one more season if that is not met. Now, Romano also outlined Liverpool's interest in the Leipzig defender. He said to Give Me Sport, "Gvardiol, they love him. Already in January, they explored the conditions of the deal." This is Liverpool. "The reality is that it is too expensive after they left the race for Jude Bellingham because he was too expensive. So I don't see Liverpool going to spend £100 million on a centre-back," which is essentially, well, he is a centre-back, a very much wanted player as well. So Manchester City fans, if you're watching, is this the man to come in? And I wouldn't say improve Manchester City, because how do you improve after a treble? But in terms of bringing in centre-backs, at the minute you've got Akanji, Ake, Johnny Stones can play there, as we know, and of course Laporte as well, Ruben Diaz. They've got excellent choices there. We're hearing that Laporte may leave this summer. So, two questions really. If he does come in, Gvardiol, does he start for Manchester City straight away when you consider the likes of Ake, Akanji have played so well this season and have done so well in terms of winning the quadruple? Let's not give them too much respect. The treble, that's what Liverpool almost did last year. But anyway, on this one, does he start, and what does he bring to Manchester City that you don't already have in terms of centre-back names? So just to confirm for you again, Fabrizio Romano tweeted very, very early this morning that he understands Man City are advancing on the Gvardiol deal on the player side, but yet, as we know, Leipzig are going to ask for a huge fee, and that could keep him away from Manchester City for one more year. However, they do want 100 million. So is that likely? Let us know in the comments. Also, an update for you on Caicedo. Now, obviously, we know he was massively interested in joining Arsenal back in January. However, things have changed. Now, he said he wanted Champions League football. He said he wanted to play at the highest level. However, what we're hearing now, and it's mental, this transfer window already, what we're hearing now is that he would actually prefer Chelsea. Now, obviously, no Champions League football for Chelsea as things stand. However, the money is there if he wants it. Now, it would contradict himself, in my opinion, going to Chelsea after what we've heard of his interest in Arsenal. But Fabrizio Romano, and this was just 10 hours ago, tweeted, "Chelsea are advancing on the Moises Caicedo deal. Talks are progressing on the player side. Contract proposal made. Personal terms close to being agreed." But it's not a deal done yet, he says. It will take time. Chelsea expect to negotiate for an £80 million fee, and the pact that he made with De Zerbi will guarantee him leaving. Now, again, let's cast our minds back to January when he wrote a horrendous, let's be honest, a horrendous Instagram kind of plea to let him leave the club. He was thanking Brighton for his time. He said he needed to feed his family, etc., etc. He wanted Arsenal. We know that there was definite chats between the player and the club. However, Arsenal went on to qualify for the Champions League. Chelsea didn't, as we know, but for some reason he wants to now go to Chelsea and not Arsenal. So the fee is around 80 million, and we're hearing that the personal terms, it would be a massive contract. It would be huge, wouldn't it, for him to make that deal? But there you go. Chelsea fans, again, let us know in the comments. Does he start? What does he bring to Chelsea that you currently don't already have? And Moises Caicedo, I mean, it's some turnaround, isn't it, considering his message to his fans in January for him now to potentially be going to Chelsea. All right, so let me know, Arsenal fans, does this impact the deal for Declan Rice? I mean, speaking to Robbie yesterday on the Transfer Roundup show, which you guys should go and watch now after this, it seemed like Robbie wanted both Rice and Caicedo. I don't think they would have been able to get both, considering that we would have been looking at 180 million. That was the dream situation for Arsenal fans. But now it looks like Rice is going to go to Manchester City, or he's leaning towards Manchester City. Now, does that have an impact on this deal? Arsenal, they wanted Rice, they wanted Caicedo. They could well end up with neither of them. So Arsenal fans, if this deal happens and the Rice deal happens at Man City, who else do you go in for? There's got to be some names floating around. So please let us know in the comments who Arsenal fans would still like. One more piece to update you on from Fabrizio Romano this morning. As we know, massively key in terms of the transfer window. Him and David Ornstein and a hella more creators are doing fantastic work in terms of being respected journalists around this time. We also know that Bayern Munich are very close to signing Kim Min-jae. Again, Manchester United fans, how do you feel about that? He was tempted from Manchester United, but the talks are now advancing very quickly at Bayern. His release clause is available for a 2-week period in July. So it looks like this one could rumble on for a couple more weeks until that release clause activates in July. So the best time for Bayern to get a deal done is before July, in the next 14 days. Also, a little update on Rafinha at Barcelona. He says, I will continue at Barca next season and the season after that and the season after that. I have many years of contract. I hope to fulfill these years and many more. I am comfortable here, says the former Leeds winger. And again, so many stories, so many moving parts to this transfer window. We'll keep you updated throughout the whole window, as you know, here on DR Sports with the Transfer Roundup show, the daily DR Sports transfers as well. And there might even be another video for you later on as well today if more news breaks. So guys, just to update you here, it looks like Manchester City, how fair is this considering the money that they've brought in, considering the financial fair play regulations that they've been alleged of doing wrong? Is this another time when you go, oh, they're just getting better and better? I mean, a massive congratulations to them for winning the treble, but there will still be questions asked around the financial fair play aspect of these transfers. 100 million for Grealish last year, 100 million for Vardiol this year, and it looks like Calvin Phillips could be a weight in the deal for Rice to Man City and Calvin Phillips potentially going to West Ham. But again, we'll update you more throughout the afternoon here on DR Sports, as well as Kyle Walker. Where's his future going to be next season as well? So many moving parts. As I said, it's hard to keep up with it all, but trust me, we will do that for you on DR Sports. So make sure you smash this like video. Let us know your thoughts on Vardiol to City, Rice to City as well, and of course Caicedo to Chelsea. I want your thoughts in the comments right now, please. But until then, like the video, comment with your thoughts, and subscribe to DR Sports. We'll see you soon.